All right, everybody, so this week on...
Get out of here. Hey, this is Mrs. Tolley. I'm taking over this week, and we're making Pay de Limón. Stay tuned. Hey, so we're making Pay de Limón from the Cultural Night Cookbook. This is the recipe in the Cultural Night Cookbook. We read through this, and we were a little confused. It's a wonderful recipe. We've got packages of cookies and milk and lemons, but where I started to lose track of things was stir all the ingredients in a blender to mix, which looking at that, I was like, that's just gonna make like a big mush with the cookies and everything all together. So we used our common sense kids, it's really important. And Mr. Tolley and I hit the internet, we did some research, and we found this recipe, which is almost the same ingredients and has a little bit more details on the instructions. So we're going to use these ingredients, these instructions, and we're gonna make a really delicious Pay de Limón. You're going to need 3 packages of Maria cookies. Comes in a box like that, out of the box in tubes like this. 1 can of carnation milk, 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk, 7 lemons. Okay, so our first direction here is to squeeze the lemons, make some lemon juice, and remove the seeds. So first I am going to zest one of these lemons, because lemon zest is really great whenever you're baking with lemons. It really helps to up the flavor and also serves as a visual cue when you see these little bits of lemon peel in the pie, that you're about to eat something with lemon in it, which is always nice to not be surprised by your flavors. Okay, when I zest, I like to use a microplane, which is this doodad. It's like a grater with a handle, very fine grater, and I just run it over the skin of the lemon and get these itty bitty little lemon peels. That's gonna make this look really pretty and help it taste extra delicious. Kids, if you are attempting to do this at home, might want to have a grown-up help you with this, because sometimes your hand slips while you're zesting that lemon peel and you can cut yourself. So be careful. All right, so I zested 1 lemon. I decided, I want more zest. So I zested another lemon. Okay, lemon zested. Now we're gonna make some juice. Here's a tip for when you're juicing lemons. If you pop them in the microwave for like 10 seconds, you get extra juice out of your lemons. So Mr. Tolley's gonna go put this in the microwave for 10 seconds.
How are you gonna take the seeds out?
I have a fine mesh strainer, like this. So once we get our juice all put together, I'm gonna put it in, down here, fine mesh strainer over our mixing bowl here. Run the juice through there. That's gonna take all the seeds out. There's my warm lemons. Time to juice them. Juicers come in all different kinds of sizes and shapes. We have this nice little handheld wooden one here. It's pretty easy. Just cut your lemon in half and juice away. Just thinking as I'm juicing here that I've got a lot of lemons, all that zest that's going to waste. You know, you could look up a recipe for candied orange peel and turn these into a yummy little treat. Just a thought. Okay, there we go, the juice of 7 lemons. Now we're going to strain it into the blender. You know what? To make sure that fits into the shot, I'm going to strain it down here. the blender. All right, so you hold your fine mesh strainer over the bowl, pour it in, give it a little stir, get all that juice out. All right, and there we have some straight up lemon juice. Now the lemon juice is gonna go in the blender along with your cans of sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk. The sweetened condensed milk is really creamy and there's a lot left on the inside of that can, so make sure you grab a spatula and get all of that creamy goodness. Made a big mess? Make sure you clean your messes as you go, something I have to remind Mr. Tolley to do all the time. Okay, we're gonna take all of this, we're gonna put it on the blender and turn it into a soft cream. All right, there is the end result. Everything all blended together, soft and creamy, ready to go in the pan. So we've got our pie pan here. We've got our sleeve of Maria cookies, and we're going to layer these all nice and cute in the bottom of the pie pan. Now I'm thinking I want these to fit nice and tight in the bottom of the pie pan, so I have a nice good layer of like crust. Is that pie crust? Yeah. And I don't have so much of the cream leaking through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple of these, cut them in half so I can, and quarters so I can fit them in a little bit more tightly in here. Okay, and to cut these in half, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna carefully score them and then put them over the edge of the pie pan there. And that just helps you get a nice clean edge without too much breaking. All right, so you can see by cutting these cookies into segments, into quarters and even eighths, I was able to get this to fit in a lot more tightly than I would if we just had circles. Not perfect, but a little bit better. So I'm gonna have a lot of this cookie goodness in the bottom of my pie pan and more of the creamy goodness on top. Okay, so now we are adding alternate layers of cookies and cream. So there's our cookies. Now here comes the cream. So I'm just gonna smooth this out so it covers the cookies. You can do that with a little butter knife. I have an offset spatula that helps really well with jobs like this. I'm gonna get all these cookies covered. Now I've got my cookies pretty much covered there. I'm gonna add my second layer of cookies. This time I'm gonna be a little less precise about trying to fill the edges, fill the gaps as closely as possible, because this isn't gonna be my bottom layer. But these nice little half cookies do seem to fit into these edges pretty well. All right, got my second layer in. Now another layer of cream. All right, I have a feeling this is our last layer of cream. Okay, well, hopefully I did that right, because I really ended up using just like one sleeve of Maria cookies. We'll find out. I don't think I have enough room in this pie pan for another layer of cookies and cream, so we're gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna take what's left of my lemon zest, which I almost forgot. I threw it in about halfway through blending, and I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of this pie, just to make sure everybody knows this pie's got some delicious lemon in it. Lemon is Auven's favorite flavor, by the way, in case you didn't know. I know you've been watching her cook too. And since I've got some extra Maria cookies, maybe I will decorate the top with that too. Finishing touch.
It's really excellent.
Put a Maria cookie right in the middle of all of it. We're gonna put this in the fridge. In about 2 hours or so, it should be set. We can slice into it and see if we've got some yummy pie. And here it is. A little bit longer than 2 hours later, more like 5 hours. But there it is, and it looks very pretty. That didn't quite stand up straight like I hoped, but we're gonna cut into it and taste it and see how it is. All right, before we have our slice of delicious Pay de Limón, I just want to show you those layers. Can you see them? They came out really good looking. Although I think in hindsight, maybe I could have used a few more cookies and overlapped them a little bit more. But let's try them. It's good. I like it. It's the lemon's really nice and bright. And the cookies kind of make like a cake-like thing in between. It's nice and tasty. It'd be really good with a cup of tea. What do you want?
Can I have some, please? Am I allowed back yet?
Yeah, you can have some.
Thank you.
All right, guys, remember, if you make this, send us pictures. We'd love to see them. And thank you for cooking with Mrs. Tolley.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye bye.